Jen from Be Green Online Magazine and Business Directory. Today we're here talking to Carolyne Taylor from YoUnlimited, 24 Karat Learning, and all the other amazing stuff she's doing in our city. I'm really interested in sort of how 24 Karat Learning and your YoUnlimited and the yoga conference you had and how everything sort of fits together. And I want to know, I mean, I met you years ago, but I really want to know what you're doing and sort of what makes you tick.
I guess what makes me tick is building community. I was at a leadership conference, I don't know, must have been like 15 years ago, and we all had to sit around at little tables, and it was like, what is your purpose in life? And right away it just like spurted out of my mouth, and one of the ladies at the table next to me was like, oh my gosh, I'm like so jealous that you know exactly what to say. And I was like, I didn't know that. It just came out. And so my biggest thing, I mean, there's lots of things that I'm involved in, and it's funny because I was going to tell you a story about how my I have these events called Soup, Soul in a Bowl, and I have a whole bunch of people over and I make a bunch of soup and everybody comes and just eats soup and it's great. But somebody asked me what I did, and my mom and her husband were standing close by, and I explained what I did, and they were like, oh, that's so great, because we really don't know what she does. And so it's funny because I do have my hand in so many different things, but my main overarching thing in everything I do is to build community.
Okay. So with Facebook, I'm always following your posts because we're friends on Facebook, and I just love seeing how you embrace health and wellness, and you always talk about the importance of body, mind, and spirit. So I was just going to ask you, you had a yoga conference. Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about that and who was there? And
yeah, it was pretty exciting because I actually had gone to a yoga conference in Whistler.
Okay.
And I had barely laid down on my mat for my very first class, and I just got this feeling that we needed to have a yoga conference in Victoria. And so I started scribbling all of these notes and everything, and by the time I'd come out of there, I was like, I'm doing it. And I got validation right away from one of the exhibitors that was standing around the corner. She's like, why is there no yoga conference in Victoria? And I was like, there's going to be. And so I'm very much known for like making it happen, right? So once I decide that I'm going to do something, I just get on it and I do it. What I wanted to do was create community. So my tagline on the yoga conference was building the yoga community. And the very first thing I did was I brought together all of the yoga studios.
Mm-hmm. And so they're not competing, they're working together.
Yeah, and it was really interesting because on the morning that I was holding that meeting, it was held here, and I was getting ready and I was coming here and I was thinking, you know, in my head, they all knew each other already. But the reality was that they didn't. And I started thinking about it, I thought, well, all the doctors in Victoria don't know each other, and all the hairdressers in Victoria don't necessarily know each other. So why would all of the yoga owners, studio owners, know each other? And it was very true. Some of them did know each other and some of them didn't. And so it was really about building community, and it really built the community. We started with a yogathon. We raised some money. We're going to do some yoga programs for women who have been through trauma. So women who are coming through some of the different programs within the city. And so we've done some fundraising for that. So that's going to get underway pretty quickly.
Okay.
And the greatest thing for me, because I never put it out there, but people came to the desk at the end of the conference and said, this was the most heart-centered conference I've ever been to.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, because that's really what I wanted, and I never spoke it, right? I just knew in my heart that that's what I wanted. Yeah. And they said it was like no other conference they'd been to.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was really cool.
That's amazing. You invited me to one of your events.
Yeah.
I really want to get there.
Yeah, we have lunches. Every month at the Union Club, we have a lunch, and we always have 3 different speakers, one on body, one on... So how I break it down is that it's mind, which is the professional development, so your business sort of side, body, which is body, and then spirit, which is your personal development. So I always have one speaker in each of those categories. So we always have 3 speakers and a community organization.
Every month?
Every month.
And so how would myself, or how would we know about how this, is there a Facebook page or is it on your website?
There's a website, and it's YoUnlimited.com, and it's you and unlimited together with just one U in the middle, because there is just one U.
Yes.
Yes.
So I I was just wondering, what does Bliss mean?
Well, you got that from my website, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I had a very, you have those moments when you're having coffee with somebody and all of a sudden something's just like, that's it. And we were talking about the word bliss. And I came up with what it stood for me, which was believe, learn, inspire, serve, and succeed. And those words sort of all fit how I live my life. And I talk about it in one of the workshops that I do, or it sort of feeds into all of the workshops that I do about building community and building connection.
It's amazing how if we just empower each other, what we can do. I feel like there's something going on in there, and
Oh, yes.
there's some secret sauce in there or something.
Yeah, so yeah, there is something coming up. I've always wanted to do kind of a very cool thing on my birthday, and so this year on my birthday, I'm doing a very cool thing. So
When's your birthday?
it's November 27th.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can't quite give away all the details right now, but it's going to be a very cool event.
You're just a mover and shaker. You are literally on your website a going concern. Love it.
And I have a little granddaughter,
I
so
know.
that's my most important thing.
Family.
Right? Yeah, family.
Families first.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So she gets to hang out with some amazing women because she kind of comes with me to different things.
Oh, so that's you know what really is neat about that? It's like your mom when you were a kid. When you're a child growing up, and you were, you said your great grandmother and your mom, they were doing that with you. So now, you're just
That's
the
what we do.
generations.
That's what we do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Oh, now I feel like crying.
I know, I'm really emotional because it's wonderful to see, yourself and our community
thanks.
making a difference and helping women.
I really appreciate you coming to talk to me.
Oh, I'm just so thrilled. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Jen with BeGreen.ca, your Vancouver Island's own online magazine and business directory. See you soon.